YouTube, hey, what's going on? Kai here checking in with another video. Hey, today we got the Fredo Santana documentary. This right here is 2023 version by Drugstore Films. I don't know who that is, but it's popped up in my recommended. Let's go on and get into it.
Like and subscribe to this channel for more content. Thank you.
No, so they saying this joint was helped to me save lives. Okay.
You're watching the Fredo Santana story. Sit back and relax.
Sit back then. I'm gonna sit back and relax.
No, I don't diss nobody.
But
Yeah.
Fredo,
I feel like this. If you got words to say, I can call you or we can
talk it out.
Yeah.
We going to Fredo bandana. Bro, this nigga made this bitch like it's a motherfucking real. Man, you don't get started with the talking. With a breakdown. Let's check this out. 34K in 5 days.
Fredo Santana was one of the top drill rappers in the game. He helped take drill to the next level, along with Chief Keef and Lil Reese. Not only was Fredo respected in the rap game, he was well respected in the streets as well. By 2012, the world knew his name. His look attracted people to his music. The face tattoos and the devilish grin made Fredo Santana one of the top demons in drill music.
Fredo bandana.
This is his story.
Don't just wow this shit.
Eric Coleman, also known as Fredo Santana, was born July 4, 1990 in Chicago, Illinois. He was raised by his mother and grandmother. His father, Big Shug, was allegedly a well-known gang member. Fredo and his three brothers all grew up on Indiana Avenue. At an early age, him along with his brothers became members of the Black Disciple Gang. Growing up, Fredo spent a lot of time in Parkway Gardens and in the Calumet building.
Dang, look how big that building is. So that's what they keep calling the projects. That's the projects. That building big as shit. I guess everybody, because everybody be like, yeah, I grew up in the Calumet. Some of them be capping. Somebody might really from there. But looking at how big that motherfucker is, niggas might really be from there. So, how many floors is that?
Fredo jumped off the porch when he was only 12 years old. He began dealing crack cocaine with his older brother Dezzy. Around this time, they started a Black Disciple set by the name of Dipset, inspired by the Harlem rap group The Diplomats. The name Santana came from Dipset rapper Juelz Santana. Fredo and his crew ran a crack house on Indiana Avenue. A 12-year-old Fredo was the enforcer at the time. He was known to shoot at people and chase them off the block. One time he even held down Philadelphia rapper Beanie Sigel when Beanie came to Chicago back in the early 2000s. According to Beanie, a 12-year-old Fredo showed him a AK-47 machine gun. Fredo began getting in trouble at school. At the age 14, he was arrested for jumping on a teacher. Fredo and his brothers had all made names for themselves in the neighborhood. Fredo and Dezzy were both level-headed. They were only focused on making money. Fredo's other brother J-Mac, also known as Caper Boy, was allegedly the wild brother. By the age 17, Fredo was deep in the streets. He got his first face tattoo around this time. Although Fredo was a drug dealer, he allegedly robbed people as well. By the time he was 20 years old, Fredo allegedly had 2 bodies.
So I guess we're going through the mug shots. Not the afro, not the hey, this could have been a cover right here. Nigga, like he from Atlanta. You know, Keith had the afro too, if y'all don't know. Not the afro, but the mohawk. Keith had the mohawk too. Probably got it from Fredo, but you know, that all started in Atlanta and shit. You know, them niggas was really took that motherfucking black boy, white boy jump to a whole nother level. That's the infamous. That's the infamous. That's right here. That's the infamous one right here.
Cannot go for more than 90 seconds.
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay.
Talk to me.
83 seconds, get it off.
This one probably be stupid.
What if we opened the door, but we didn't shut it?
Yeah, that jump probably be stupid.
Dipset was now known as Front Street. Front Street was started by Fredo and a few others. Their biggest ops at the time were Mob and Jero City. A lot of Fredo's family members began claiming Front Street. People such as Big Keef, Blood Money, and even a 14-year-old Chief Keef all claimed the set.
Hey, rest up, Blood Money, man.
Chief Keef.
I like Shorty's swag. I like how he was coming for an old head. I like how he was coming, like he really was standing on business.
His grandmother and Fredo's grandmother are sisters. A young Chief Keef began hanging out in the streets with Fredo. Around 2010, Fredo gets arrested and serves a year in jail. While he was serving time, Chief Keef began making a name for himself on the Chicago underground rap scene. When Fredo was released in 2011, he decided to become Chief Keef's manager. This was around the time Chief Keef was recording music at DJ Ken's studio. Fredo eventually started rapping and recording music there as well. In the beginning, Fredo didn't take it serious. He was still running the streets and dealing drugs. Fredo and his brothers were well respected in the neighborhood. Although Fredo was a hustler, he still slid on sets such as Mob and Jero City. Front Street was mainly allied with other BD sets such as Blackgate, Wick City, Lamron, and later 600. Fredo had become good friends with Lil Reese around this time. The two already knew each other from the Calumet building. Lil Reese began hanging out with Chief Keef and Fredo at DJ Ken's studio. Back then, Lil Reese was known to be one of the wildest shorties in the neighborhood. His father Big Reese was a well-known black disciple as well. All of the other shorties looked up to Lil Reese. He was basically a leader. Lil Reese began recording music at DJ Ken's studio with Chief Keef and Fredo. In the summer of 2011, Fredo started the Glory Boys along with Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and ST. That same summer, Lil Reese and Chief Keef released In This B, shot by DJ Ken. The video got many views on YouTube and was very popular in Chicago. This was also Wick City member O.D. Perry's last time appearing in a video. Just 1 month later, Perry was shot and killed.
Oh yeah, the NS bitch video, that one was low key. Yeah, that's crazy. Lose short as a shield. I really don't like this style of documentary. Like this shit low key boring.
In September of that year, Fredo drops his first song on YouTube titled Hit It. That same month, him and Chief Keef dropped Drill Classic on that. By 2012, the Glory Boys were the hottest rap crew in Chicago. Fredo decided to start a record label by the name of Glory Boys Entertainment. He planned to sign fellow 300 members such as Lil Reese, SD, Gino Marley and many more BDs from the set. Fredo, Sosa and a few other family members were planning to be the CEOs of the label. The future was looking bright for the young Chicago rappers. But a war was still going on in the streets. Bodies were dropping back to back. While 300 rappers such as Chief Keef, Lil Reese and Lil Durk instigated the war with their lyrics, Fredo Santana didn't talk much about the war or taunted his ops. Fredo was more of a trap rapper than a drill rapper. In the beginning of 2012, Chief Keef and Lil Reese dropped Drill Classic I Don't Like. The video instantly went viral and landed Sosa a deal at Interscope Records. In the song, Lil Reese classic line Fredo in the cut is a scary sight made Fredo Santana famous worldwide. In July of that year, he released My Lil Ends, featuring Chief Keef and Lil Reese. This was one of the biggest drill songs at that point. Fredo Santana was now a household name. That same year, he released his first mixtape titled It's a Scary Sight. The Glory Boys took over the drill scene. Sosa, Fredo Santana and Lil Reese were the faces of drill music.
I like this place, and I'm starting to believe this is where I'm supposed to be.
The mafia, they're like cancer, no cure.
2013 was a huge year, not only for GBE, but for drill music period. Glory Boys was the biggest thing in Chicago at the time. Chief Keef was now rich. After releasing his debut album Finally Rich, which had just sold over 150,000 copies in only 3 months, Sosa was a huge star. Glory Boys Entertainment was about to take over the game. But things began falling apart. Chief Keef and Fredo began bumping heads. Interscope later dropped GBE from the label. This is when Chief Keef started Glow Gang and Fredo started Savage Squad Records.
Wait, what did he say?
And bumping heads. In only 3 months, Sosa was a huge star. Glory Boys Entertainment was about to take over the game. But things began falling apart. Chief Keef and Fredo began bumping heads. Interscope later dropped GBE from the label. This is when Chief Keef started Glow Gang and Fredo started Savage Squad Records.
That's not what happened, bro. That's not what happened. It wasn't between Keith and Fredo. It was with SD. Just whatever happened with SD, that went that way. Gino Marley was with Fredo. Reese basically was in the middle. Y'all know Dirk, he was never with them, so but niggas just did their own thing, like that's what it was. They was still around each other, like what are you talking about, bro? They was around each other during the whole time. You ain't never see Keith without Fredo. What are you talking about, bro? Fredo just really wanted to do his own thing, like, and the Glory Boys basically, I said, over time, niggas just wanted to do their own thing. I guess the niggas wanted to be their own identity. You feel me? Let me see.
Members of 300 began feuding with Sosa and Glow Gang. O Block members were upset Chief Keef wasn't bailing people out of jail or supplying the neighborhood with weapons. Even Lil Reese began distancing himself from Glow Gang. Fredo was still loved and respected in the neighborhood. He helped as many people as he could. In 2013 he dropped 3 mixtapes and released his debut album, Trapping Ain't Dead under Savage Squad Records.
Hey, this first jump
He dropped
right here,
3 mixtapes and released his
the Fredo Cougar. That wasn't the first
debut
jump.
album, Trapping Ain't Dead under Savage Squad Records.
And the Cut It's a Scary Sight, that was the first jump. But dang, y'all got me want to play some old ass Fredo now. Like Fredo was goated. Hey, all they first projects was just like legit, like for real, like Key first mixtape, Reese first mixtape, SD first mixtape, Fredo first mixtape. I was thinking if I said Lil Reese. Fredo first mixtape. Shit, Gino Molly's first jump. All they first tapes is just like GOAT status. Shit, if you wanna, cause you know, Fredo just like introduced the world to Bibby and Herb too. Like for real, when that song, damn, what's the name of that joint? Forgot the name of that song, bro. But nah, like on that first project, that was the first time we heard of Bibby and Herb. Them niggas went off. But nah, low key, he just like always is like A&R, like finding talent. Like he was always big into finding talent. Oh, Balls Top. I forgot Balls Top was over there. I ain't never heard this D Rose jump. Yeah, I ain't never heard this.
In the beginning, Fredo was only a pothead and a heavy drinker. By 2014 he was addicted to lean and Xanax pills. He was now making a lot of money. Although him and Sosa had a few disagreements, the two still were close. The family still stuck together. On April 9, 2014, Fredo and Chief Keef's older cousin Blood Money, also known as Big Glow, was shot and killed.
Oh damn, I forgot Blood Money. I forgot Capo. Like Go Gang was that wave, like Glory Boys, I mean, like they was that wave back in the day.
Fredo Santana continued releasing mixtapes. In 2017 he released his sophomore album Fredo Krueger 2. He was now living in Los Angeles enjoying life. His Xanax and lean use was becoming a huge problem.
day. Outside. Might just barbecue or something, yeah.
One day, 15 years ago, you was covered in this ooze. It transformed us.
In October of that year, Fredo was hospitalized due to kidney and liver failure.
Fredo was really making that transition, like, to be y'all like ASAP, like Travis, like it was really making that like mainstream, like pop culture, get more into fashion. Like I think he did some runways too. Like Fredo was really like trying to make a real transition. Like it was good to see that shit. You know what I mean? Just like bro was saying, whoever made this video, niggas just looked at Fredo as a one-minded person. Like, oh man, Fredo just gonna be this gangster. Like, nah, Fredo was taking shit to a whole new height. Like, he like, bro, I'm about to do some modeling. I'm about to do some motherfucking. I'm about to do whatever. Like, I'm about to do whatever. Like, he was the real definition of a hustler. Like.
On January 19, 2018, Fredo Santana was found unresponsive at his Los Angeles home at around 11:30 p.m. and was pronounced dead shortly after.
You know, the sad part about that is, like, he just had beat the cup. Like, not even just, like, he was good on the cup. Like, he wasn't doing none of that shit. And it's like, I guess his body got so accustomed to it. But he, like, the cup just put him down. Like, you know, he had to get gallbladder surgery and all that shit. He like, man, if I gotta go through that, like, if I gotta piss out kidney stones and shit like that, I ain't doing that. Like, that'll make you want to kick the cup. So he kicked the cup. He was good for like 3 years. All he was doing was smoking, and it's like, damn. But you know, the sad part about the whole ordeal was, like, he literally just had his son. Like, he literally just had his son. Like, damn, I got my son. Like, shit, I'm about to really, like, be on some chill shit. Like, family time. Like, he like, got my girl, got my son. I'm about to just be on family time. That's crazy.
He was 27 years old.
Yeah, I'm feeling this style of documentary. Yeah, that's it, bro. You see me on my phone and shit, like, this shit ain't hold my attention at all. But see y'all in the next video, though. Peace.